my background is, my father's Greek, my mother's Australian. I don't think I've had quite the same in the blurb. It's just like the halfie thing. I had an element of that, but not to the same extent that certainly other friends have had, and obviously with yourself. But I really appreciated that element in the story, and even in the, you know, I love the design, I love the evil eye. I mean, it's all kind of part of a picture and something we've grown up with. What would you like people to take away from this story who have got that experience of being a halfie, so to speak? And what would you like people who haven't had that experience to take away from it?
A quote that I really liked and resonated with while I was writing, or I found while I was writing, was empathy is power. And I think that's just something that was just in the back of my mind constantly while I was writing, because it's all about perspective, isn't it? And not to give too much away, but there is a second point of view in the story, and that I felt like it would be remiss of me not to have that second point of view from someone who Layla perceived to be on the other side of, you know, another culture. I think because you just ultimately never know what's going on in someone's life. You never know what the I guess impetus is behind other people's behavior. And I think, you know, there's a character in this story called Imogen who we see at the start as kind of being a bit of a bitch, really, and a bit dismissive. And I don't know, I just really firmly believe that there's a reason why people behave the way they do. And I'm a bit obsessed with that. You know, why does someone act like that? What is going on in their life that you don't know about? And I think it was important for Layla to understand and readers to understand what's going on in two different parts of this community, what's going on behind the scenes, that learned behavior that comes from the adults in their lives and their families. And so I think ultimately I would like people to have a think about, why people are acting the way they are, what home life might be like for somebody else, what perceptions people might be facing and struggling with that you've just never stopped and thought about, because that's probably something. And look, these characters are 16, and when I was 16 I probably wasn't thinking about that as well. That is getting a bit kind of deep and mature, but had something directed me to do that, it might have been something where I was able to stop and pause and have a think about what's happening behind the scenes in other people's lives or their communities, or how your behavior impacts, I guess. Just even words, you know, words are so powerful. We're in the words business. We know the power of them. But I think, things that you think are just really flippant in conversation, that have a whole other set of meaning to somebody else on the other end of that conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's well put.